For centuries, the walls of the Tower of London have soaked up the sounds of torture, execution, murder, suicide, and grief. Even today, dark cries echo within its halls. Is the Tower of London really haunted? Find out as Paranormal TV lets the truth be told about the haunting of the Tower of London. There is a theory that ghosts are inconsolable spirits, reliving moments of intense emotional impact, almost as if they're trapped in some bizarre time lapse. Growing up in England, ghost stories become a part of life. With a long, bloody history stretching back more than 900 years, the Tower of London is the perfect setting for some of the most famous hauntings in the world.
Tower of London. Oh dear. Well, there are some spine-chilling tales to tell you about that one. You know, you really can't expect anything else with all the murders and the suicides and the executions. The place was a regular bloodbath.
On record, there are 2,900 names of prisoners who were held in the tower over the centuries, from royalty to paupers. Heavy footsteps sounding through empty hallways, headless figures floating around, and sudden gusts of wind whipping through where there were no open doors or windows. Hair-raising accounts that leave a chill in the air and your heart in your throat. Inside the White Tower, the torture chamber, the wretched were tormented and ultimately left to die horrid deaths.
The guards who patrol the tower at night claim to have heard agonizing screams echoing through the doors of the White Tower. They say it could only be Ann Askew. Well, who knows? Maybe it is.
Accused of witchcraft centuries ago, Ann Askew was brought to this hellhole. In order to get her to confess to her crimes, her body was almost torn apart on the rack. Eventually, she died, her screams the only testimonial of her suffering. Earning its name through the countless murders committed here over the centuries, the Bloody Tower is still haunted today. Most famous is the 15th century murder of the two young princes, who have been sighted strolling hand in hand, a grim reminder of their brutal deaths. Their story is a sad one. Terrified of the two princes' claim to the throne, King Richard III secretly ordered their killings. And one night, while the two brothers were sleeping, they were strangled in their beds. Their bodies were hastily buried, first in the basement of the Wakefield Tower, and then at the foot of the staircase. Another place where victims were brought to their knees in merciless torture is the Queen's house. Witnesses have claimed to have heard the grinding sounds of the torture rack, and of course, the screams